This is a book you mentioned to someone that you hate, so you can indirectly say, hey, I'm better than you. Hi, how are you? Good. That's good to hear. I don't think you can see it, but I have a pimple that is going to grow in size, gain consciousness, come to life, and then actively try to kill me. That's how big and disgusting it is. This week I'm going to be reading a few books from K-pop artists Kim Yeti's very extensive list. Yeti is the youngest member of the girl group Red Velvet, the girl group that makes the best music. I won't debate with you. I won't. For some reason, I feel a very special and similar connection to Yeti, as well as like a soft spot for her. Something just feels so real and authentic about Yeti. She's a Pisces. She's vulnerable. She's funny. She's the eldest daughter in her family. She is one of my only exceptions when it comes to my extreme disdain for people and their parasocial relationships with celebrities and the way people speak on celebrities' characteristics and attributes as if they personally know them. She just seems normal, and that's really refreshing within an industry that manufactures its artists to be like, she's just a cool girl. She's a cool girl. I'm always gonna write for the cool girl. Are you kidding me? Because I am also a cool girl. It's like math at this point. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. First of all, if you read for pleasure, I automatically read you as a very well-read, sexy, smart person. So to say that I applied that label to Yeti it's an understatement. She reads a lot of books, like a lot of them, especially from East Asian authors, ranging from mangas to thrillers to romance. She appreciates variety. She really does. Looking at her very extensive list, I narrowed it down to 4 books. I picked the ones that I wanted to read the most because this is my channel and I can do whatever I want on it. So this week we're going to be reading Confessions by Kane Minato, The Vegetarian by Hong Kong, Malice by Kaigo Higashino, and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas by Yoru Sumino. Not only are we going to be reading these books, but I am also going to perform a horribly underqualified psychoanalysis on Yeti. What does Yeti reading these books mean? What kind of person is she? Okay, I'm very excited. So there's news that my local grocery store is giving out free flowers. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some. These purple ones are like gorgeous. Isn't it so pretty? Whoa! These are a lot darker in person, but I don't know why. For some reason, they're coming out on the camera so bright. I just finished reading Confessions. This is quite literally one of my favorite books of all time now. Of all time. Because of my awful memory, I can't wait to read it again in like 2.5 years, so I can feel like I'm reading it for the first time. Yeti has immaculate taste. I'm in the kitchen, which is where women belong, and I thought I would make a Biscoff icebox cake because I saw it on TikTok and I was like, wow, that looks really good. I wish I could make that. And then I realized I have arms, I have legs, I have money to buy groceries, I have a kitchen, and I can make it. I can make it. So I'm gonna make it. So I'm gonna make it today. I'm gonna make it right now. If I get this thing dirty, I'm gonna kill my... Oh my god, I need more! No! Because I cannot do this again. No! now what do? I forgot.
Stole my heart, then my bitch. I need to love, said I get patch. Wow. Refrigerate overnight.
The foil took my design off. Pissed. I'm freaking pissed. Oh, the cookies are really soft and cake-like now. Whoa. I'll try it later. Guess what I did last weekend? Graduated college. Easily one of the worst days of my life. One of the worst days. I'm at work. I have actually read 140 pages of Malice. I have exactly 40 pages left. I'm on chapter 7. And I don't know why we need 3 more chapters. It's like, what else could be, like, we have a suspect, we have a motive, he even got arrested. So what else do we need? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I really don't know what else we need. I'm tired of reading this. I want to finish now. I will read an entire book, an entire piece of work, and just not have any thoughts. Did I like it or not? I don't know. I don't know. Just not a thought. Also, pimple update. Hi. I have been through a week of reading really good literature, and I'm just really happy about that. So, do a little happy dance. No, that's weird. Okay. First up, we have Confessions by Kane Minato. I really hope I'm saying that right. This is the craziest book I've ever read in my entire life. So the book is about a teacher named Moriguchi who retires after the tragic death of her 2-year-old daughter. Only she believes that her daughter was murdered, and that murder was committed by 2 of her students. She delivers one last lecture for her students, and in this lecture, she lets them know her maniacal plot for revenge. What she did, Each chapter of Confessions is told by a different character, identified as the saint, the martyr, the benevolent one, the seeker, the believer, and the evangelist. The latter chapters also go into the perspectives of the 2 students who committed the murder, as well as their motive and their backstory. Like, wow. The writing style is immaculate. It's very simple, yet incredibly captivating. Because of my Irene video, I had some freakazoid in my comments saying that I attack children. Okay, that is someone who literally attacks children. Literally. The book is on the shorter side, which I appreciate. Thank you, Yuri. I appreciate a short book. It's just written so incredibly well. The first chapter in and of itself can be a short story and like that just be it. Like good, like so good. Something about Japanese literature and media is that it very often kind of like intertwines deeper issues and nuances into the plot, right? But I think specifically this book really made me think about deviancy. I'm a psych and sociology major. Like, what can I say? Like, sorry guys, my intellectual side is coming out. I'm sorry. I think placing the killers I think placing them as children is very thought-provoking because children are often seen as these pure, unpolluted, kind of like blank canvases when it comes to morality. And because they're so underdeveloped, their decisions are very easily forgiven. By the end of chapter 1, you're pretty solid in your stance on Moriguchi's decision and what she did to the kids. At least I was. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's really extreme, but they deserved it. But I think as the novel progresses, you really begin to think about the people and the acts that society deems as deviant, justified or not. It just really made me think, do these people and us as well, who also engage in acts that are deemed as deviant, does everyone deserve reform, rehabilitation, and redemption? Is there hope for change, or are we really that flawed? I think Minato is an insanely talented writer and storyteller. Now, what does Yeri reading this book mean? I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know. I literally don't know the girl. I don't know. Like, why did I say I would psychoanalyze her? I can't even psychoanalyze myself. She likes a good mystery, a good thriller. So she's cool. Next up, we have The Vegetarian by Han Kang. Han Kang. The book is about a woman named Hyung-ae. She's a homemaker who's been married to her husband for about 5 years. Everything within their relationship and seemingly her life has been going well until she begins having these very strange, bizarre, graphic and dreams of animals being like butchered. So she decides to stop eating meat. As she's going through this metamorphosis that's both mental and physical, she exhibits very strange behavior. Needless to say, this behavior definitely defies Korean societal norms and triggers a whirlwind of scandal, abuse, and you know it, folks, good old-fashioned madness. This book is yep. The book starts off with Young-ae's husband talking about how painfully average and ordinary she is. Okay, really solidifies the fact that he sees her as nothing more than a maid and a live-in sex worker. Great. Real feel-good piece of work, honestly. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I didn't have much of an emotional response to the book, quite frankly, because by the time I got to part 2, which is about Young-ae's disgusting brother-in-law, I kid you not, the most sinister energy filled the air of my room. Maybe some bad energy transferred from the illegally downloaded ebook. I don't know. Plain and simple, this is the story of a woman going utterly crazy, like out of her mind, which is, always fun to read. This book definitely has a lot of layers, and I'm just gonna read them. I'm just gonna read my notes. I'm not even gonna act like I'm gonna read them. First off, this book highlights the expected role of unconditional support from family and how it can quickly dissipate the second the behavior of your expected role as daughter, wife, sister falls through, especially from an ethnic household who upholds the expected behaviors from these people, you, women, to the highest degree. God, I think that speaks for itself, yeah? Also, the reaction from the men in Young-ae's life, spoiler alert, it's not good. It's not good. They all disappoint. All of them. They're so disappointing. Jeez. This is the book you use to brag. This book is smart. Like smart. This is the type of book that like Harvard students would read and discuss for fun. So the fact that Yeti read it is like not at all surprising. This is the book you mention to someone you're interested in to seem intellectual. This is the book you mention to someone that you hate, so you could indirectly say, hey, I'm better than you. I should say this book is not for the faint of heart. Trigger warning, definitely. It definitely includes themes of sexual assault, of suicide, of disordered eating. Yeah, it triggered me. Hit me right in the spot. It's really intense. I'm not gonna read it again. Next up, we have Malice by Kaigo Higashino. This is a good old-fashioned mystery. This book is about a novelist named Hadaka who was murdered in his home the night before he and his wife were supposed to leave Japan and relocate to Vancouver for his job. Two suspects in the story, his wife and his best friend, who both have pretty solid alibis. So, who did it? I think I really, really like Japanese mysteries and thrillers. I do. I really, really do. The writing is super simple, but it's like every single word seems to fall into place, and it is so engaging. I don't know, man. I liked it. It's a classic mystery, super clever storytelling. The writing takes on this style where you think it's one thing, and then the story shifts, then it's another thing, and then the story shifts again, and it shifts again, and then, oh, wait, surprise, it shifts again. I'd actually be reading like, oh, okay, so this happened. This was his motive. Oh, no, okay, so that's what happened, actually. That was his motive. All right. No, wait, no. That's what happened. Okay, that's what happened. That was his motive. And I liked it. I'm a very simple girl when it comes to mystery and thriller. And by that, I mean, I'm not like you freaks who listen to true crime podcasts and like won't blink an eye hearing the account of like an actual human being losing its life, being like brutally murdered. I'm not like you freaks. I'm normal. If you enjoy that kind of media, there is something legitimately wrong with you. Okay, I'm sorry. You are not a human being. You are an alien who was sent down to the earth to commence the human massacre. And you're probably looking at me right now, looking at your screen, and you want to make a necklace out of my bones. All right, you freak. Anyway, back to the book. Lastly, something I wasn't expecting to appreciate through this book was the work of detectives. Through this book, you are taken along the investigational process by the key detective, Detective Kaga, who collects and analyzes almost every single piece of evidence within the murder investigation. I don't know, for the first time, I really saw it as like an intricate process that like humans do for a job. Yeah. Lastly, we have I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I want to eat it. I want to suck on it. And oh, sorry. That was weird. In a gushy little romance novel, or so it seems. This book is about Haruki, a high school student who finds Sakura, his classmate's diary. And through this diary, he realizes her deepest, darkest secret. That is that she is dying from a pancreatic disease. And he is the only one outside her family who knows the secret. The title definitely caught my attention because, because, hey, what do you mean by that? You want to eat what? What? Huh? I had a feeling this was going to be some like cliche tearjerker, very A Walk to Remember, very doomed romance, right? Loner, slightly troubled boy meets cheerful, happy girl who, hey, she's also terminally ill. She passes, she changes his life, blah, blah, blah. But this was different. But I knew it would be different. Like I previously mentioned, Japanese literature and media, it, definitely laces these like philosophical notions and nuances into the plot. Apart from the classic boy meets girl story, which really isn't that relevant in the story. I think this book is about what it truly means to be alive. What do our relationships mean to us? How do the people in our life impact us? And how do we impact them? Oh my God, it's self-discovery, mortality, and grief, the fragility and like virtue of a human life. Like Confessions and basically all the literature that I read this week, I think this book manages to be insightful and profound without shoving it down your throat, without using big, intimidating, or convoluted metaphors of philosophy. I am not smart enough for a lot of literature, and I get that. I understand that. I really do. It's no sweat off my back. But I don't want to feel patronized by what I'm reading. You know what I mean? Is like, oh my God. There are a frenzy of emotions running through the pages of this book. Melancholy, contemplation, but also just like this like love and like yearning and longing. Let me read, hang on. Let me read you this excerpt, hang on. Without needing a relationship such as that of friends or lovers, I was chosen by you, not someone else. I was chosen. For the first time, I learned that I, as me myself, was needed. For the first time, I thought that I, and only I, was me myself. Thank you. Perhaps for 17 years, I have been waiting to be needed by you, just like how the sakura wait for spring. Oh my God! Like, I felt like a mad woman. I was rolling around in my bed because are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you actually kidding me? What do I think Yeri reading this means? I think she is emotional and loves love and loves life and is a person who really, really holds her interpersonal relationships really close to her heart, and she takes them very seriously. Oh, God, I need a drink. And by a drink, I mean a beer. And by a beer, I mean a passion fruit cider, because I don't like the taste of alcohol. I went to this bar last weekend and got a passion fruit cider, and it was so good. I only like alcohol if it's sparkling and fruity and yummy. Well, that was it. That is a few of the very beautiful Miss Yeri's books from her very extensive list. I think Yeri is an incredibly complex and emotionally intelligent person, and I think it really shows through the art that she consumes. I said consumes. I didn't say comes. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm 12. Sorry. Consumes. Yeri, if you're watching this, and I know you are, 사랑해. Yo, 사랑해. Yo, I love you. Like, if she has 1 million fans, I am one of them. If she has 1 fan, it's me. If she has 0 fans, I'm dead. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far. See ya. Love ya.